I am really excited and really nervous also. I'm here, I am talking, but welcome to the From Pain to Power podcast. I am so excited to share everything with you guys, that I have my thoughts on these different topics. This is just a place where everyone who comes here can just feel safe and good about themselves. And I just want everyone, when they listen to this podcast, that they feel empowered. They feel happy, they feel positive about their lookouts on life. That's just truly what I want. If you can hear any kind of outside sound, I am very sorry. But I have been just so inspired to do this episode. Today is like a rainy day. And I feel like on these days, it is especially important to have these kind of talks and stuff. So I just want anyone who comes to this podcast or video or anything to feel good listening to someone. So today's topic is just how to romanticize your life. I feel like this is such a big topic nowadays, and everybody talks about it. Surely everyone talks about it. That's why I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about it, and like everyone has different outviews on it. I feel like this is a good first episode because it is so much important to romanticize your life and to feel like you are in a movie every day, you know? Like I feel like that is so important. So this podcast is really just gonna be about self-help, self-care, how to improve ourselves, how to improve our social skills, how to be confident in ourselves, body, mind, like everything. I just want to empower people, and I just want to talk to people and get my voice out. I just have a lot of thoughts on things, and I can just talk for literally hours on end. So that's just all I want to do here. That is why I'm just making this channel as well. If no one listens to this, I will still put it up, because I have been waiting for so long to actually have the courage to post something on YouTube. If one person listens to this and they're like, this person is not even that dumb, I kind of like what she's saying, I'm like so freaking happy. Now that we are here, we are going to start off the topic and start off the podcast strong. I'm going to put in like points and how my brain works. My brain works in bigger points and then dividing those into smaller bullet points. You're imagining a notebook, put it yourself in your mind. I got the big points, and then under those big points I got the smaller points. So we're gonna start off with our first smaller point, which is routines. I feel like everyone talks about it, morning, night routines, how important they are and stuff, but of course it is cliche because it is important. I can also understand people who are like, oh, I'm not into routines and stuff, because I am honestly not that much into routines and stuff either. Like I am horrible at time management and things like that. Like I am kind of always like, if it's not like a super important appointment, I cannot get done anything in time. When I was in school, couldn't get any kind of assignment turned in on time ever. But however, even for those people, I have tips, because that really those people is also myself. So I just want to say how little things really do matter. If you don't want to create like a very structured morning routine, like, I don't know, 7 a.m, wake up, 7:10, make the bed, 7:15, go to the toilet, brush your teeth. You don't have to be that kind of person, but just have some kind of outline on it. Just know what you want to do, like in the morning. Like, let's say, you know, you want to get up around 7 or 8. Okay, set a timer from 7 to 8, literally like every 5 minutes, if you're not really a morning person. And then be like, okay, I know I have to brush my teeth, and then maybe eat some kind of breakfast. Maybe try to not spend as much time on your phone in the morning and at night. That is also very important. You know, you can just be like, okay, like after breakfast I can maybe go back into my bedroom, make my bed, or maybe if you're not really a make your bed kind of person, because in my opinion it doesn't make that much difference. Okay, of course your room will look clean, but if you're not home all day, then it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't really have a purpose. But of course I also see the other side, like that is the first productive thing you do in the morning, and how you start your day can indicate your whole day. Of course, agreed. But maybe you're like, okay, then pick out an outfit, go work out or go to work. Have an idea of what you need to do. And maybe if you have a set time, like I know you go to work at like 9, you know that from like 7 to 9, these are the things that you just kind of want to get done. Have a 5-minute journal session session in the morning or a 5-minute reading session in the morning. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Or maybe listen to a 5-minute meditation. These are all things that can start your morning off very, very well. And it can make you a little bit more mindful and at peace and in the moment. These little moments are the stuff that everybody tells you, like, try to appreciate those 5 minutes that you have with yourself. If you meditate, if you read, if you journal, if you, I don't know what you do in the morning, like when you're brushing your teeth, maybe say 3 nice things about yourself in the mirror, or say 3 affirmations like, oh my gosh, today is gonna be great, I am so thankful that I can brush my teeth and I have a toothbrush and toothpaste so I can keep my teeth clean. I am so happy that I have a mirror to look at myself in the morning. Like, these are all very small things, but at the end of the day, we'll look back and you're like, it is actually very, very, very good and very privileged to have even a mirror in my house. Like, oh my gosh, these are the little things a lot of people don't think about. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm just really passionate about these things. That's why, but I will try to say things a bit slower and nicer so it is easier to understand what I'm saying. Okay, still on the topic of routines. If you have your morning routine, and just as I said, if you have work and then at night, you can just have those same little things. Like, I'm gonna come home, maybe walk the dog if I have a pet, feed the pet or something if you have a turtle or a cat. Maybe clean some dishes, make a nice dinner. Maybe it doesn't even have to be that nice. Just be like, oh, that's what I kind of want to do at night. Maybe if you have a partner, a boyfriend, you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna talk to him about my day or how his day went. Have those little moments with each other. But if not, you can just call a family member or talk to your family if you live at home. How was your day, mom? How was your day, dad? Just anything that you have in mind. Have like those 5 minutes with them, because they probably was also hectic and a lot of errands and everything, work and stuff, and those minutes really do count. And then you can just think like, oh my gosh, these are the very mundane and very small little things that you don't really think about every day. It is very important to talk to your parents, to talk to your friends, to talk to anyone. So you have those minutes at night, some social interaction. But then, of course, have your alone time. Maybe put in a face mask, which is very good for your skin, of course. Put in a hair mask if you're having a hair wash day, Hair wash day, maybe oil your scalp for some change. I know that is very trendy right now. Maybe put some rosemary oil on it or rosemary water or whatever. I don't know. I don't do those things, but I heard amazing things about it, so maybe I should. Think about these little stuff. And if you don't even want to spend money on it, you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna put on my body wash twice today because, I don't know, I'm just feeling a little fancy and I just want that extra scent boost. These are just very small things, but you can be like, okay, making my day a little bit better. If you had a long, hard day at night, you can be like, I'm gonna unwind with 5 minutes of reading again. Or if you want to unwind on Pinterest or on TikTok, do that. Like being like, oh my gosh, try not to spend any time on your phone at night and in the morning. I agree, it would be great, but I know that our phones are very addicting. And sometimes I do just want to scroll on Pinterest or on TikTok or on YouTube or Instagram or anything and just be like, what's up with other people's lives? Just want to see. Do that if that's what you want. That's what your heart craves. Just do that. But just be like, I'm so thankful that I'm able to have a phone. Also, another tip to make everything a little bit more exciting or stuff, you can film anything. Pull out your phone. You have those freaking iPhones in your hands, which are literally so expensive. Like, they are meant to be used. Film everything. Film your morning routine. Film your night routine. Make it aesthetic. Even if you're like, oh, my room doesn't look aesthetic. Of course it does. Everyone can make anything look aesthetic. Other people have other kind of aesthetics. Maybe for some people your room is alive. Maybe for some people it's not, but they can find something else. Maybe if you don't even post it, you can just have it in your phone and look back on it and I'm like, oh yeah. Because if you film something, let me tell you, your motivation is going to be through the roof. It's going to just make you feel like, okay, because I'm filming, I'm just gonna wash on my face, or I'm just gonna wash my face very nice today, or I am going to put on a very nice bun or a new style of ponytail that I found on TikTok, which takes 2 minutes. You're just like, you want it to make it better to film it. If you post it, great. If you don't, honestly, great. Because it doesn't matter. It's just the act of it. Because if you film it, I'm telling you, you are going to want to make it better. It's just, I feel like it is so important. Film a get ready with me. We are the next Alex Earl. But even if you don't post, when you're like in your room and you're like pretending that you're in a Vogue beauty video and you're like, hey guys, so right now I'm going to put on my picking Gizu lip moisturizer stuff, I don't know, lip oil and stuff. Okay, fake it till you make it, literally. So that is just a tip on how to make things a bit more exciting and the mundane moments a little bit more elevated. So next bullet point, from morning to night routines, we are a bit staying on this routine/planning journey. Try to plan out your days, your weeks, your months. And just while I was saying, I am not a big planner routine kind of girly. But if you are, great, just try to plan out everything from time to time. But if you're not, just have something to look forward to in each day, in each week, in each month. If you're like, oh, maybe next week I could go out for lunch with one of my friends or something. But try to make a to-do list for every day. I'm gonna share how I do my to-do list. For some people, maybe it'd be like, that is not a to-do list. What is that? But for me, it just makes me feel like I have something to look forward in the day and I am being productive and I'm using my time well. I have this notebook where I just write off the date and then I'm like, okay, what do I want to do today and what do I have to get done today? So I know if I have to get done today, if you have to go into work, write that up. If you have to go to school. And then when you come home, you're like, oh, I got this homework. Then write up your homework, These are the stuff that you have to do. So write those kind of stuff, the stuff that you can have your own power over. It's like, I am going to make a TikTok and I want to film that. Put that on your to-do list. If you are not into these stuff, just write up any kind of mundane task, like, oh, feed the dog. Oh, go on a walk. Just write these things up because you look at your to-do list and I'm like, oh yeah, I should go on a walk because it is better for me. And if it's on your to-do list, you want to cross it out. For me, for example, I really like to cross things out or make check mark and be like, I did do that. So I'm like, oh, I should go on a walk because it is important to me. Like that was important for me in the morning to write up, then I am going to do it then. So just try to have these little things in, right? Like write up, I don't know, drink water, literally every single little stuff and be like, these things are making my life better actually. And writing it up just reminds you as well when you look at it and you're like, oh, I should do that. And with writing it up, you cannot forget anything at least. With planning your months and weeks and stuff, if you have any kind of family event coming up, write that up in your monthly or your weekly planner. Just really, you're like, oh, I have nothing to look forward to in the week or in the month. It is so important to make plans with people, with your family. Be like, oh, you haven't seen my sister or my brother in a while, maybe. Then I'm gonna go check on them and tell them, I don't know, even if you don't want to spend money, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna come over to your house or you can come over to my house. Let's meet up. Let's talk. Let's hang out. Or just schedule a phoning time. Like, I don't know, phone my sister or my brother for an hour, for 10 minutes, for even write that down in your planner because you're like, oh, I don't forget it. 1, 2, I do have something to look forward to in a week. On the weekend, schedule date nights if you have a partner or if you don't, even go on dates. It can be very fun. But if you don't want to do that, schedule stuff with your friends. Go out to dinner, go out, have a picnic if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Go stargaze. Like these are all small things that you can do. Or in the morning, go watch the sunrise if you can. Go on a walk together. In this way, you can just keep yourself on track and motivated. You can see on your monthly calendar that like at the end of the week, you have plans with your friends. At the end of the other week, you have plans with your family. In the middle of the other week, you have to do something very important for work. You can just see that you have stuff to look forward to and you can just romanticize these stuff even. Take a pic of your calendar and be like, so busy, post it on Instagram, post it on Pinterest. You will just feel like, oh my gosh, I did do that. You just feel amazing because you're like, I am booked, I'm busy. Like this is so good and it looks cute, it looks fun and I am so excited for my week, for my month, for my day. Also on the topic of daily stuff and daily mundane moments, have something different every day. If you have a 9-to-5 job, if you have to go to school every day, it is very mundane and repetitive. But maybe in the afternoon, one day you can be like, I'm gonna wash my body with this kind of body wash. The next day you're gonna wash your body with another type of body wash maybe. Or maybe today I'm gonna change up my outfit for this. Tomorrow I'm gonna wear that. Plan out your outfits. You can play with that a little bit. Just have a little bit of different stuff in every day. You can take pictures of it again and just look back and be like, ooh, Wednesday I really killed that outfit. Ooh, Friday maybe I would change this about it. And you can just look back at it and be like, I did do different stuff in the week, even though I did just go to school every day or to work every day. If in the afternoon you're like, I'm gonna make this for dinner on Monday, but I'm gonna make this for dinner on Tuesday. Maybe on Wednesday I will order pizza. On Thursday I will just make a mac and cheese. Do something different a little bit every day, so you are like, ooh, yeah, today I did do this, but tomorrow though I'm gonna do that, and I cannot wait to eat something different, to look different, to feel different. Change things up. Okay, the next bullet point, this is the third bullet point, I'm pretty sure, to romanticize your life, is really being thankful, being grateful for your stuff, being grateful for your body, for your mind, for just, the little things again. It all comes down to the little things. Be thankful because today you could go to school, because today you can go to work. And I know that these things can be like, just screw it, but these are privileges that a lot of people don't have. Think about it, really deep it sometimes when you are like just in a screw it mindset, like it. I had enough of today, but I do have a phone. I do have a roof over my head. I do have a family. I do have a dog. I do have a cat. I do have friends. Just find something small to be grateful for, to be thankful for. And the next thing, which is very important, is positive self-talk. Try not to bring yourself down, even if you're like, oh, today at work someone sent something to me. Try not to bring yourself down with it as well, because that other person tried to bring you down. Yeah, that happened, but I do know that I am a nice person. I do know that I am very passionate about my job. I do know that I actually do study a lot, even if someone else says that I don't. Something stupid, don't let them get to you. This is all about confidence and stuff, which I would be very happy to make a video on it, how to be more confident, how I found my own confidence. So just be like saying nice stuff to yourself, because if you feed your brain these positive affirmations, positive thoughts, it will think like that, because your brain will think what you are telling it, because it doesn't know what's reality and what is not. If you tell your brain that you are a freaking model who works in New York, or maybe not in New York, something else that life has better for you, you will end up at the place that you are supposed to end up. Even if something doesn't work out, it didn't work out because there's something else better for you. So just be nice to yourself, be accepting. Even if you screwed up today, or you got a bad grade in school, or your boss yelled at you after, you can still be nice to yourself, like, okay, today was a hard day, but tomorrow we can just make it better. And being nice to yourself, it is also very important to be nice to other people. Just try to compliment a stranger, try to say a nice thing to them, being like, oh my gosh, I love your shoe. Or just, oh my gosh, I love that hat you're wearing. Oh my gosh, I love your eyes. Complimenting, saying nice things to them will make you feel better, because you're like, I was so nice today. And it makes you feel so full inside. And they are going to be so happy about the compliment. And that makes you smile as well, because you're like, I did do a great thing today. And that makes me a nice person, and because I am a nice person, I am so happy about myself. And so on the topic of being nice to yourself, it is very important how you speak to yourself and how you speak about yourself, because I don't know if you're with friends, I do this as well, and I'm trying to work on it, trying to notice it. Self-destructing jokes are funny, but it can be destructive. Like, that is why it's called self-destructing joke. It is very much like you start to think about it and you're like, that was not very nice of me to say to myself, because like I wouldn't say that about my friend, about the person who I'm talking to. So why did I say that about myself? Like, yeah, it was funny, but like you can joke about stuff that isn't going to destroy your mental health. Because saying nice things to yourself, like in the mirror, how I said, like affirmations, and talking talking about yourself to other people, like, yes, I am a very nice person. Yes, I am a very ambitious person. I am this and this and this, all this good stuff. It is important to say to other people because that's what your brain hears. If you're having a conversation and you're saying nice things about yourself, your brain feeds itself. It is like, yes, I am an ambitious person. You're just saying some kind of self-destructing joke. Your brain is like, what's going on? Like, I'm saying all of these nice things to myself, but why am I not saying all these nice things about myself to other people? So just try to notice it if you start speaking down on yourself when you're with other people. And that is also very important because some kind of other people can bring out that side of you. I do have situations like that where I'm like, I notice with other people that I'm like, I am a lot ruder to myself. I speak differently about myself around these people. Maybe you should try to distance yourself from those people. Next thing, journaling, self-care, self-help. Journal about your problems. Write down what you're feeling that day. Write down just anything that comes to your mind. Treat it like a diary. Just write down how your day went. Next day, you're feeling like you want to write about your emotions and what you're feeling. Write affirmations. Write down thankful stuff. Write down everything that you can think about. You read it back and you're like, oh my gosh, that time of my life was very hard, but I did get through it. But I can see how I was thinking back then, and maybe I could have changed that. And just learn from yourself. I think journaling is a big part of self-care. Take care of yourself. Actually take care of yourself, because you will just feel so much better, and not just the outside but in the inside as well. Ask yourself how you're doing. Ask others how they are doing, because you're like, okay, that makes them feel good. That would make me feel good as well in a situation if I'm having a crappy day. Take care of yourself, not just your everyday needs like washing your hair, brushing your teeth. Make it extra. Make it level up. It will help so much with your mood, with your energies and everything. These high energy stuff will reflect on you as well, and you will just feel so much better about yourself, and you will just improve. You will be better and better and better, and other people will see these improvements. I have the fifth bullet point now, which is kind of just another little tip, is to try to document everything. It will just give you such nice memory, being able to look back on it. Again, if you upload it somewhere on social media, great. You can share your life with other people. If you just want to keep it to yourself and you can look back on it, you and your friends, you and your family can look back on it. It's just gonna make you feel so good just thinking about that time. If you're on the I don't want to record anything kind of boat, then just don't, and just truly live in the moment. And so try to give it a balance. You can record but still have those moments to yourself and live in the moment. Really, just having stuff to record is great, and talk with people about it. What have you been up to? Get comfortable with sharing stuff with people. Get comfortable with talking about yourself, because people do wanna hear about you. You might think that, oh my gosh, like I'm talking too much. Am I talking too much? Why am I not listening to them? But they are going to be interested in you. People will wanna hear your life story and what you have been up to. And it is just so important to be close with your friends and be able to trust your friends. Just on the recording side, make everything look like a movie, and you can just feel like you are in a movie. You record stuff and you put it together. I am living in a movie. I might have been a little bit sad about some part of my life, but recording it makes me put it in another perspective. So just do everything with confidence and be confident about your life. Tell it to people. Tell your friends about your life. Be happy where you are. There's only up from here. And how many times have you thought, oh my gosh, I cannot do this, and you're still doing it? The thing is, just recording stuff, I feel like, really romanticize your life, but also living in the moment, consciously thinking about it like, this is such a great moment in my life, I'm gonna appreciate it very much. So I don't know if any of this made sense. So I'm really happy that you guys listened to the end. If you did, comment a heart emoji or something if you listened to the end. And if you like this type of content, if you want to hear more of this type of content, well, this is the type of content that I'm going to upload. Just trying to inspire people, trying to lift other people up. And that's just what I want to do, really. It's just make people feel good about themselves and being themselves. This was my episode on how to romanticize your life. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.